You're listening to Empire of Rust, the first and greatest Transformers RPG podcast. Join the heroes of Cybertron as the last vestiges of Starscream's war take them to the far-flung colonies to defend the planet from distant threats and protect the Cybertronian Republic from the shadow of the Harmonium.
Welcome back to Empire of Rust, the first and greatest Transformers RPG podcast. We are recording this on May the 4th, and happy May the 4th, everyone. I started a rewatch of the sequel trilogy, and I'm going to go into The Last Jedi once we're done with this.
No! That's impossible!
Search your feelings, Adam. You know it to be true.
I will never join another podcast with you.
I can't say that I did anything today, but last weekend we played in a Star Wars game, and I succeeded at something that I'd been trying to do pretty much like since we first started. So it's like I acquired like effectively an artifact, like a lightsaber crystal that is absolutely bonkers. And I'm very, very happy to have received that, because now I could just be like, I am a space wizard, man. I am the Force made manifest. and I literally took an advancement called Savior of the Universe. So,
Oh, jeez.
Amazing.
So how do how does the crystals affect you as I assume you're playing a Jedi. Am I?
Yeah, I'm a Force user. I'm not a Jedi specifically. I'm a Gray. I'm someone who, walks the balance between the light side and dark side.
So how does the crystals affect what you can do then?
Oh, so most crystals give you some sort of augmented ability. So something like, while you're wielding a lightsaber with this crystal, you automatically have the negate energy power or deflection. Or in my case, if somebody shoots a blaster at me, in order to aim it back, you need to do a shooting roll. So my shooting roll functions as though it's the next die higher. So it's like this one is specifically good at bouncing things back. But what the crystal that I got last week does is anytime I manifest a Force ability and I get a raise on it, I don't spend any of the power points that I use to manifest it. Or more specifically, I regain them immediately. I have designed myself so that I have there's only a 3 in 120 chance that I don't get a raise.
So you're saying there's a chance.
And there's
Never tell me the odds.
1 in 120 chance that I actually fail, because it's like, if you roll a double 1, that's like a critical fail. Mm-hmm. But even if I roll a 2, I still succeed. I just would lose my power points like I would any other time prior to this moment. So it's pretty pimping.
That is one of those rare games that you guys play and I do not. So Correct. All that stuff that you're talking to me about is just goes right over my head. I mean, I know their game terms and I have an idea of what they are, but I'm imagining you now as C-3PO with a lightsaber. Because you always know the odds.
I don't have hair. That's certainly true.
In real life or in game?
In game.
Oh my!
They have no body hair. The Sakian have no body hair. Yeah.
Huh.
The bald cape.
This is a Savage Worlds system?
Yeah, Savage Star Wars. So it's like Savage Worlds base, but then with a Star Wars, twist.
Okay.
Yeah, we have an Ewok who's pretty much a cannibal. Not a cannibal, a carnivore.
Is that Rob?
No. Rob is he's a Doug Jedi who like dual wields with his feet, you know.
Doug is the Saboba race, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Saboba was the name of the Doug.
Mm.
Yeah, Doug is the race. Sebulba was the name. That's why I said he's a Doug, not he is Sebulba. We have a Wookiee who can turn invisible and phase through walls, so she's like a sneaky Wookiee and is pretty awesome. And
Swookie.
Pete.
And then Pete is like a cyborg who thinks he's a Jedi, and he's kind of like roguey fighter type person, but he doesn't use the Force.
He is C-3PO with a lightsaber.
So he is.
Yeah.
He's Jedi Clampett. Yeah.
Mike, you're running this game, right?
Yes, I am.
How's it going?
What does Mike think about this?
It's been a lot of fun. We're playing with an accessory called an adventure deck, which is a deck of cards that at the beginning of the game we give out. I believe you guys get 5 or so cards, and you can use one of them during the game, and they can do different things to change
They're awesome.
Change either the encounter that you're in or change something about the game. That's how Pat found out about this crystal. He used one of these cards, which basically gave him some sort of treasure. Either he could pick something and it was basically a map to where this thing was, sort of. And so the game has many twists and turns since then, such as once they were fighting a stormtrooper garrison, and they played this card that basically makes one of the enemies change sides. So now they have a stormtrooper companion because he turned on his.
How useful is that really, though?
And he's awesome, dude. He's so fucking strong.
He's got like a mini cannon.
Yeah. He makes like 12 attacks around. It's fucking absurd.
He saved their butt plenty of times.
Yeah. So at this point, our standard operating procedure is, okay, Fick, we want you to stay like ready at the cannon at the outside of the cave. So when we come bolting out of there with some horribleness chasing after us, you just fill the cave with plasma.
So Rob has this a hindrance for his character called Wanted, which basically means like during the game, like something's after him. So we devised that there's a hut that's after him for whatever reason, and he keeps sending bounty hunters after him. And so after the last game, they're in this cavern of spiders. They find the crystal. They head back out, and as they get back to the last cavern, a bounty hunter's waiting for them there. And that's how we ended it, thinking that next time we're going to have a fight with bounty hunters. And then all of a sudden I got like 3 adventure cards slapped down on me. So it's just like help arrives from, an unexpected source. And then one was like Angry Mob, which is like a mob of locals come to either help or hinder the party. Your choice, And then there was another one that was like a sacrifice, somebody sacrifices themselves to help the party escape or something like that. So now I'm like, okay, so now I have like this big thing to figure out what the hell is happening for the next game.
They're so awesome. Like you can like make the villain monologue so like they lose their first turn. You you can make equipment fail. You can I've used love interests twice now, so like literally I have like a harem of NPCs that kind of follow us around.
They're quite fun.
I could use 2 of those cards because I took an ability called Destiny's Child. So like fate, strangely warps itself to my machinations.
Really? I thought that word just made you sing and dance better.
Exactly. No, that's Kevin's character. He's the one with the very, very high charisma.
All right, Adam, what'd you do for May the 4th?
I did nothing.
I can respect that.
I woke up. I played some games. I did a little bit of writing. And then I took a nap.
Living the dream, dude. Living the dream.
All too
easy. And how about you, Matt? How'd you celebrate this of all auspicious nerd holidays?
This is the closest I'm getting. Playing this game is the closest I'm getting to a celebration. Because I was working all day. Hooray.
Well, once we're done here, I am going to go and watch the next movie. And I'm going to have a slice of cake because my girlfriend bought me some cake today.
Aw. Oh, I want cake.
Is it a Star Wars cake?
No, just a regular like chocolate loaf cake.
You know, it's like radio. You could have lied to us.
I could. Probably should.
Now I'm picturing a Star Wars cake that I want.
No.
Unlimited frosting.
Welcome to the buttercream side.
Lord.
All right. Let's get into this. At the end of last episode, you had successfully, Magnum has successfully wiped out the entire Apex Charter Bounty Guild. Wiped out their entire database, and that was that. They are now no longer the leading guild in the galaxy. They are just nothing.
Hey guys, we may have a few enemies, the new enemies.
Carapace, how does that make you feel?
I mean, gaining new enemies is kind of a hobby of mine, so I'm not that concerned about it. I mean, if I had been an active bounty hunter, I'd probably be a little annoyed, but I know that a vacuum is going to fill this, and then it's going to get restored soon enough. I'm not that worried about it. And with any luck, maybe somebody will actually get like a DC 50 computers check and then track it back to him, and then we got to protect Magnum from rebuttal of
the repercussions of my own actions.
Yes, which I wholeheartedly encourage.
All right. So reminding you of the things that you still have on here, the main thing going on is that the 4 representatives of the Harmonium, let's see here, Ironlift, Accord, Lodestar, and Voxus are all currently speaking with Windblade and some of the other diplomats. Sweet Spot, if I remember correctly, you said you were sticking with them for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And you did have a chance to kind of get some shopping done, but I think you were pretty much hanging around with them for a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
You have 2 other pieces of the information Magnum that you got from Windblade that you have not dealt with or really looked into or anything yet. And you have Windblade herself. You're going to have a talk with her at some point because she's going to want to get firsthand account of the Harmonium and what you 4 think about it and what you've thought about in terms of their strategy, their military might, and their culture. And last thing is, again, you still have the time to do some shopping if you need to. Or if there's any people or characters or things that you just want to do here while you are in Iacon. So go ahead and walk me through it. Who has what? Who's ready to do something? Who wants to get something done today?
I mean, I now have a personal vendetta against Axon. What's his name?
Axer.
I just put out a call to my pals, like, hey, who wants in on some vengeance?
Ooh, pick me.
The little, actually not so little, the big bug in the back. Yeah, that might. Meet me at Blur's and I'll fill you in.
Can do. I'm going to get another flask so that I can get enough of the nightmare fuel to bring back to Load Shift. What was his name?
Lodestone.
The military one?
Yeah.
That would be Iron Lift.
Lift.
Lodestar is the representative of Seraphim 7, the Power Master person. All right. Well, you two can meet up there and talk it out.
All right.
Blur, give me a double.
Got I won't Carapace. Here you go. There you go.
God, I gotta swish the taste of that fucking place out of my mouth. Christ. Or sorry, Primus.
Did you want to invite Spindrift and Sweet Spot as well, or?
Yeah, I'm inviting them if they want. Yeah. See if they,
Yeah, the delegation is all tucked away nice and safely in their dorms. I suppose I could join you bots for a little bit of libations.
It's going to end up concerning them one way or the other. Just through mutual association. Come on now, drinks are on me.
Magnum, you are sitting at Blur's bar, or sitting out right next to Blur. Carapace, you are sitting there as well, and you hear the ding on the door, and Sweet Spot and Spindrift walk in.
Watch out, it's the SS.
Oh, jeez.
I should take this opportunity to reintroduce you to Gumshoe. He's been doing some studying and deciding what he wants to do with his future.
Hey, Gumshoe, what up?
It's good.
Gumshoe will pop out. Still the same bot, sort of small. He's a tiny bot. He's a minicon.
From where? Where does he pop out from? That's the important question.
Chest, I think. I think the power message could go into the chest plate, I think.
Generally, yeah. A new Transformer called Codpiece.
He's a bit cocky.
Wow, he gets really big when he transforms.
He's just happy to be here.
How could you tell?
Oh, you got mass shift 9 times, dude?
9.5, whatever.
But he's painted himself with this sort of dragon motif that sort of wraps around his torso, and he's like red and sort of gold color. He's got
like a dragon?
Yeah, a dragon sort of. He's got a hat, but it also has a red headband around it.
Oh my god!
He's been watching whatever he wants to watch, and there's something up with his vocal apparatus because he's been choosing a new voice for himself. But he'll introduce himself, and it's like, nice to meet you all. I'm still learning about this, but thank you for having me. But you'll notice that when he speaks, the movement of his mouth doesn't match up with the audio.
I don't know about y'all, but are y'all feeling the effects of the nightmare fuel before you've actually taken any? Because I'm feeling it.
He actually came up with something new. It's called tachyon juice. You get drunk in the future.
How much did I have in the past?
You can backdate your hangovers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've called you all here together because our good friend, please help me with the name.
Fast Track.
Some loser has decided to take his bounty after the election was over, so he is no longer with us. I want to make sure that Axter is no longer with us, if you don't mind.
So obviously, in no way should this change your mind, but I would have done what he did.
Yeah, I know.
So
I wouldn't
just
be able,
saying.
Yeah, I know.
So just he still deserves to die, but just know that if there was
don't you want to have something to do this afternoon?
Absolutely, and you know what? Like, maybe some of that bounty is still reclaimable, and that would be really nice. But even if not, Gumshoe needs to get his first kill. I'm cool. We're going to break him in.
We also might be not the favorite people of a certain bounty hunter guild. May or may not have had its entire computer system and outfit destroyed about 30 minutes ago. It may have, may not have.
Did you at least gather the names of all the bounties before you did that?
Oh, yes, I have everything.
Okay, then I don't care.
But they're not paying out anymore. Where is this actual dude, anyway?
I don't think you did. I think you got the name, but I don't think you actually tracked him down or anything.
Okay, well, this is more to get ourselves acquainted with the events of the last hour, and also have a drink together and touch base.
4 more nightmare fuels appear on the bar.
Hey, thanks.
5.
Oh, yeah, you sure about that? You sure about that little guy there? You sure that little guy can have a big nightmare fuel here? Because that is a big, powerful drink right there. You sure about that?
It's his decision. So, a gumshoe will have a nightmare fuel.
How do you think that's going to feel when your chest falls asleep?
Same as any other day, I suppose.
Like a botched boob job.
Yeah, unfortunately, this thing kind of cuts both ways. Normally, I feel really great, but when he's hungover, oh my god!
I assume we have to do our normal fortitude saves.
Hey, yeah, you do.
All right, I gotta grab my
Oh,
dice.
yeah.
Alrighty. Gumshoe got a 26 on his fortitude save.
Jesus.
Damn, son. Your little dude is a big powerhouse there. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, he makes it. Takes that cup and just downs it in one. You see like some steam and smoke coming out of his vents. Ironically, from where the dragon tattoo is. It's like he fucking planned it.
Drink.
Is 20 enough?
No. It's not enough.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
Was that Carapace?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I just rolled a 3.
Carapace can't hold his liquor today.
How about a 22?
22 is gonna do it.
Okay.
Magnum at 25.
That will do it.
Funny thing is, I totally believed that there was no way I could possibly fail. So that's kind of, fun.
How about sweets? I assume you're partaking.
Of course I'm partaking. Blur, how are you? How have you been? How have things been around here?
I'm doing absolutely great, Ambassador. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Have you met Gumshoe? Gumshoe down here? This little guy.
Yes, I saw the little guy right there. I didn't want him to serve him a drink there. I didn't think he was going to handle it, but he took it like a trooper.
Yeah, he did. I'd like to think that Magnum had a little bit of something to do with that. Now, what's the word around town? What's going on around here?
What's going on? Yeah, it has been pretty quiet since the 5 of you have left the planet and came back apparently. And yeah, not much is really going on around here. Let's see here. Well, the Windblade is forming up her administration here, so that is going pretty well.
Very well.
There's been a lot of talk of Primus lately. A lot more
Primus.
Yeah, a lot more people are speaking about Primus, speaking about the guiding hand. There's a lot more what do you want to call it? More religion, more belief in society these days.
All right.
A lot more spirituality.
Oh, spirituality. That's always good. We just came from a place. Oh, it was awful. Having to keep some things hidden from them while being so diplomatic. I mean, I'm not Starscream. I can't do that very easily. I like to be all up front. Are we telling
people about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to be all up front and out in the open. Hey, no jokes about cover, Carapace. I know how you think. Anything new to drink on the bar there, up behind there?
Well, I've just been experimenting with some new mixes here. Here, let me give you a shot of this here. I want you to try this here.
I'll try that. Not full serve, mind you, just a taste, but full size bot taste, not a mini con taste. No offense, Gumshoe.
Full size, of course. Here you go.
Big purple smoke cloud comes from it, and then it gets sucked back in.
Yeah, go and give this a shot.
That's amazing. I'm going to give that a try.
You down it, and goes down smooth. It is quite pleasant.
I'm thinking of calling this one Tachyon.
Tachyon.
Yeah.
That sounds a little tacky. Yeah. But I'm guessing that's what you were going for. I get a 21 for my fortitude save, by the way, in case I need it.
You don't need to make a save.
All right. Well, so let me ask you. You going to race in the next Ibex Cup, Blur?
Absolutely, you know it.
All right. Now, be honest. Do I stand a chance?
Versus me? Of course not. Versus everyone else? Yeah, maybe.
All right. I'm going to relax with my friends over here. Good talking to you, Blur.
Have you managed to shave a couple of kilos off of that frame?
In some fashion or another, yes, I have. I mean, since the last time I raced, I damn near died several times.
I was gonna say, that bumper looks pretty new.
Carbon fiber, almost completely. Pretty nice, huh?
That looks sexy.
Yeah, only a fraction of the weight of Cybertronian steel.
Can't believe Blur is fat shaming people. Jesus. So yes, you grab your drink. Did you actually get a nightmare fuel, but not in addition to whatever he was serving you?
He served one up for me, but I think I was asking him if there's anything new to drink. Right up.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll take his one.
Yep, I figured as much.
That's fair. Normal fort save.
34 this time.
More than enough.
Yeah.
You stumble a bit after the first one, but you manage to reclaim yourself after the second.
Oh.
Belch out a huge cloud of black smoke from your vents.
Oh, how much? I need to fill up this flask with some of that stuff. I have a new friend that I want to test.
Go ahead, give it here. I'll get that for you.
Are you about to do what I think you're going to do there, Carapace? Because if you are, I approve.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know.
I mean, it's only fair for the test we went through.
All right. So yeah, you got your drinks. You've been talking a bit. Anything like what's the next step for you?
Just as a general rule, like, is the whole us going to the harmonium or even talking about the harmonium like now suddenly public knowledge? Like, I felt like that would be like a.
Well, I brought it up because Blur brought it up.
Right.
He had said since we were out of town, so I figured he knew.
You would know that Blur is very well connected, and
which is why I asked him what was going on.
Right. So you don't think it has become public knowledge, but it is. You suspect that he has his ways of finding out. Not only just for being the proprietor of one of like the most popular bars and restaurants in town, but also he is still like a good friend to the Autobot higher ups. So like Ironhide and him would be tight. Even someone like Bulkhead and him would be tight. So. Loose lips sink ships, right?
Oh, speaking of which, or maybe the inversely, there was that. What was that? Was it Decepticon that I needed to go talk to? Wheeljack, right? I need to go talk to Wheeljack, the Decepticon.
Decepticon. We've been through this, Carapace.
All right.
Now you're just trying to pick a fight.
I remember I made this mistake. No, we're good. I helped him with a pinch a little while back, so I'm probably going to be heading over to his place. Are you guys looking for anything on the on the equipment side? The weird shit?
Actually, yeah. I might just join you on that.
Okay, great. Awesome. Someone with a diplomacy skill.
I'm not going to fault you for only being interested in me for that, because I am most often interested in you for being a body shield.
Yep.
And weapon platform.
Skill recognizes skill.
Yeah, plus I haven't seen good old Wheeljack for a while.
All right, so as we're leaving, Spindrift will kind of veer off towards Magnum. Hey, Magnum, I have a question for you.
Okay. I may have an answer depending on what it is.
You're good with finding research, and information, correct?
Yes. Need something tracked down. I can definitely lend you a hand.
No torture.
I know you have the bounty thing to do, but I could use your help with some research if you have some spare time.
Yeah, definitely. Whatever.
I'm trying to find more information about Micronus, specifically the artifact that he had. Supposedly it's somewhere here. I just don't know where.
Okay.
Also trying to find out what it should do, because I have a feeling that they weren't telling me everything.
Actually, I would, just as a aside, the Patrick aside, I would really like to touch this artifact, because if I get one more stamp, I get like a free artifact, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Gumshoe lived on Micron's planet Micron. Excuse me, the voice is making me cough today.
It's all those cigarettes.
You might be able to give you some extra.
You must be up to like 3 or 4 imaginary packs per day.
Yeah, either way, I can definitely help you out. I said, Gumshoe lived on planet Micronus, so he might know a little bit more, and I'm happy to help you dig into any archives or whatever you're looking for.
Thank you, appreciate that. From what I know, it's called the Chimera Stone, and it supposedly allowed him to transfer his energy to other bots without having to link to them. So like a super power master.
Okay.
Okay, how are you thinking to abuse this?
It's superpowers in the name, so yeah. Easy.
I'm just trying to think of how would I abuse this?
How wouldn't you?
Let's just say effectively. So, I mean, just off the top of my head, do a knowledge roll, I suppose, just to see if I know anything before we do any research, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that be a mysticism?
That would be a mysticism, yes.
Okay. All 3 of my characters. Oh gosh. So that is a 40.
That's solid. Certainly for an artifact level thing, then yeah. And Mike, you got this information from Archon Fraxis before you left, correct?
Correct.
Magnum, you know what the Chimera Stone is. You've heard of it as you've done research. You know it's one of the artifacts of the Prime, specifically of Micronus Prime. And the information that Spindrift has shared with you, or that Mike has just said, you also get. It allowed Micronus to lend his power to the other 13 primes, the other 12 primes. And effectively, it allows him to power links with someone, just like Gumshoe does with you, but provide all the mechanical bonuses to whomever he wants, but he doesn't have to actually be connected to them in order to do it.
Okay. That's what that Spindrift already said, so...
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder what would happen if you were to reverse that.
Suck it all in. Yeah. So every prime has an artifact, and they were all lost. In fact, the only one that has really shown up would have been the Enigma of Combination, which you guys have already discovered and abused to no end.
That'd be a fun thing. A quest to find all of the prime artifacts.
Well on our way.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, so that's like the basic information that you know that Spindrift would have helped you with, and what she already knows. Now, you don't know where it is now, but these are very powerful artifacts, very powerful things. They're not just going to disappear. They're not just going to be destroyed, broken, not without at least some historical record for it. Now, whatever historical record you have found ends before the Titans representing the Primes, before they left Cybertron during the Golden Age. With whoever was keeping track of it, the record of it is lost before then. Now, I'm going to add something to this. And Spindrift, I want you to also make a mysticism check, and this is going to be something different.
Okay. I get a 33.
33, okay. So, you recall from your trip to trip with Archon Fraxis to the Great Temple that the stories that they were telling about Micronus and about Onyx Prime, they don't match up with the established history of those two. And when you tell Magnum about this, Magnum, kind of the same thing holds true for you. Whatever history that they're following doesn't seem like they're actually following the beliefs or following the history of Micronus. It seems like something different.
Before he left, was there something like the equivalent of a Bible of their new religion that he could have taken back with us? Because I'm assuming, like, you know, if these people are as zealot as they are, like, conversion is part of their, you know, modus operandi. So, like, having like here's the true stories of Micronus, you know, and his pal Primus, you know, something that, you know, that Spindrift could bring it back and be like, hey, check out this new heresy that I discovered.
So you're thinking of like a text from the Harmonium that represents their beliefs.
Yes.
Okay. You know, it's not like a book or anything or a tablet that you have to bring back, but I mean, Spindrift, you would know as well. Just like going through the talking with Archon Fraxis, you have a good understanding of their belief system. So it's for the most part, you have that information in your head. It's just not in a physical form.
Correct. Yeah.
And I will say that the stories that are being told in the Harmonium are not matching up with the stories that you know of Micronus and of Onyx and of like their partnership. It's not meshing, which might even make you question whether or not the Chimera Stone ever made its way to the Harmonium. And also, it might even make you question whether or not they're actually talking about the same thing. It almost seems like things changed over time, and what the original belief system was has evolved and mutated from something that was very, very different when they first arrived.
Yeah, okay. So that's kind of what I was thinking when I was hearing the stories, but now we've kind of confirmed that through records and such. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a place where we can go that would do more, that we could get more resources? That we could do further research to figure out maybe what changed, and if this new philosophy matches up with anything else that might be recognizable?
Or also, if there are any either settlements or groups of bots that worship Micronus that we know of here other than the Harmonium?
Yeah, absolutely. I will say that there's, I think, two options for you. You can either go to the Temple to Primus here in Iacon, because the worship of the Primes has kind of fallen out of favor from Cybertronians, but still, like there's enough immigrants from the various colonies that there is like a centralized temple set up that venerates all of them.
Okay.
And there's also actually, I'm going to have you do a culture check for this one.
Can I assist?
Yep, you can assist, or you can do it on your own. Up to you.
I will assist. +4 to Magnum.
Let's see. 24, 26, 28 +4, you said?
Yep.
32.
There's a small settlement just on the outskirts of Iacon right now. And that is primarily mini-cons. And you think that over time, the suburbs of Iacon are eventually going to encompass the settlement, and it will likely be it'll likely turn into Little Iacon.
Nice.
So that's a potential thing you could do as well.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe we should go visit the land of the. What do they call those?
The mini
what do they call those?
Lilliputians.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of the Wizard of Oz.
The Munchkins.
Munchkins. Let's go to Munchkin Town.
All right. In the meantime, though, let's jump on over to Carapace and Sweet Spot, and we will talk with Wheeljack.
Sweet.
Spot.
Okay, so you get there first.
Yes.
By the time I get there, the negotiations are already over.
And while I'm waiting for you, I will give a call out to Magnum. Like, hey, Magnum, I thought you were coming along to Wheeljack's there. Where'd you go?
Sorry, I need to go with Spindrift and help out with something here.
All right, no problem.
Deal in.
Hey, where you want to meet up at later?
I don't know. How about we'll meet up at me on the street where the empty lot is?
The empty lot down the street from Wheeljack's?
Yeah. You got
All right. I'll see you there. Maybe about 3 cycles? Make it 2.5.
2.5 cycles.
Where is that bot?
After waiting an inordinate amount of time, Carapace, you arrive.
Okay.
You see him walking down the street first. He's actually running, but he just looks like he's going in slow motion. And Carapace, for your part, you see Sweet Spot standing outside the door, tapping his foot in super speed.
My one weakness, waiting.
Sweet Spot, you see him coming down, and you're like, I'm not going to wait for him. So you go ahead and press the button to open up the door. Give me a fortitude save.
Ding dong, 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 ding dong. Ah! Why did he booby trap his doorbell? Someone's like he knew it was coming. I have a 22, and please note I have evasion. I know it doesn't apply to the save, but just so you know.
Okay, you press the button. The door opens. It is empty in front of you. You go to take a step into the doorway, and you black out. Carapace, you, as you're approaching, see Sweet Spot just fall to the ground. Purple gas emitting from his vents.
Oh my god.
From his own vents?
Yep.
Do I know what that is?
You gotta.
It looks an awful lot like the gas that came off of the tachyon shot there from Blur's.
Oh, that's funny. It's like a time-activated poison. That's awesome.
Now I know what I want to give to everyone, all of my guests next time.
Yep.
Party. And just wait for an hour.
Okay, I will try and pick him up. Is he out?
He's out at the moment, but after a couple of minutes, you are able to revive him. Just slapping him. Wake up!
I'll pick him up and bring him into Wheeljack's and be like, hey, when he comes out, I'll be like, hey, do you have a place I could lay him down just until he recovers from experimentation?
Experimentation? What have you been doing to this fine bot over here?
Not me. He did it himself. Talk to Blur.
Has Blur been experimenting with his drinks again?
I believe so. Time release alcohol,
right.
It looks like.
Oh, he perfected that tachyon shot he was talking about.
Apparently, yeah. It's a cool name.
Go ahead and lay him down on the table over there. We'll get to him in a minute.
Okay, so we don't have much time. We got to make him believe 9,000 years have passed. How can we do that?
Put on the beard.
Put on the magnetic beards.
That is an excellent idea, Carapace. I like the way you think. And he runs over to his workbench here, and you can see him like cutting up some metal.
Do you actually just have like a marker?
He'll throw a cyber marker over to you.
Beautiful. Is this permanent? I don't care. I'll make some very flattering augmentations to his features. Like make his mustache seem like that much more, that extra little wiggle.
Mustache
He comes over. He's got this like a metal plate like welded to his chin. Carapace, come here, quick. Kind of welds it in. He runs back over to his bench, grabs like a stick. He kind of just bends it into a cane, and he starts like leaning over onto it. I
have a feeling that Wheeljack doesn't get out much.
he'll toss you a small vial of energon. Here, administer that to him. Just give that to him. He'll wake up real quick. Go on.
Okay. So I'll give him the smelling salts.
Put it about.
Oh my god! Sweet Spot, you finally woken up. I can't believe it.
Oh, what?
Bluff check.
Calibrate. Oh. Well, all right. That really knocked my voice into what the hell?
I have an 18.
Can Wheeljack aid?
And that is going to be an aid +4 for you.
Okay.
Sweet Spot, you see the therapist standing over you. He's got this massive beard. Pretty nice looking, too. It's obvious that you're in Wheeljack's lab. That looks familiar. You look to the side, you see Wheeljack hobbling over. He's got a giant beard, too, and he's on a cane, just kind of hobbling over to you.
I will sit up on whatever recharge slab that they set me on, put my face in my hands, and go, oh blur. You've done it again. You son of a bum.
What are you talking about, Blur? Blur's been dead for like 5,000 years.
What?
Sweet Spot, hold still. How are you feeling? And he'll come over, look like a medical device, scanning you.
I'll look up and look around, but it's almost like I'm looking past them. Like, I think Blur did a little bit too much on that. I'm not exactly sure if I can see you. I'll hold my hands out to feel them. Are you here? How close are you?
All right, what'd you get on your check there, Carapace?
Oh, it was with the +4. It was a 22.
All right, Sweet Spot, get
30. He rolled 35.
Oh, you rolled it.
Yeah, I rolled it.
All right. Nicely done. Okay, you're way ahead of me. Sweet Spot, there. You've been asleep for over 13,000 years, and his voice sounds like old.
What happened to you? Is that? I mean, it kind of sounds like you.
Oh my god, it sounds worse than I thought.
Yeah, I can't quite see it. Come over here. Let me make sure that you're really here, not just a hologram. I'm not hallucinating or nothing like that.
He'll take your hand. He'll take your hand and hold your hand in both of his.
I'll feel his arms and stuff, and okay, all right, that's you. And then I'll go over and I'll feel Carapace, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely Carapace. Yep, that's bulging. That's bulging right there. I'll work my hands up until I can touch their faces. I'll touch the nose, their foreheads, and I'll touch their chins and feel the beards. And I'll grab the beards and pull them off. Come on now. I'm a protocol.
Damn it. Okay, next time, Jack. Next time I see you, I want you to have something set up so that they're convincing.
Well, you brought it to me in 2 seconds. I had what?
I know. 2 minutes here? It was a long trip.
Cheers for the effort, but how long have I really been out now?
Five cycles, yeah.
Maybe next time, turn off my internal chronometer.
That's a good thing to remember.
Of course.
All right. I don't think you guys came here for me to wake him up. What can I help you, boss, with?
Not only for that.
All right. Well, Sweet Spot, you wanted to come here first?
Oh yeah, of course I was gonna come here first, and I did. I actually was interested in some of those sweet magnetrades. Always wanted me some of those. I was never too confident about getting them while Rex was around. Didn't want those to go missing.
Well, Ambassador, are you trying to get under the wrench over here? You need some upgrades?
Maybe not quite upgrades, just a little gear boost, a little upgrade on the gear. Magnetrade. I know
I can do that.
What do magnetrades do?
They allow a racer to race up walls and across ceilings.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I gotta admit.
I always thought so.
So you're like a spider?
Yeah.
A magnetic spider?
Yeah.
And how about you, Carapace? I know you didn't come here just to watch me tear up a sweet spot over here.
I have been looking for some also augmentation, but I'm looking for something a little more unorthodox. And as far as I know, you're the Autobot that I know that's the most unorthodox as far as inventions go. So I was curious if you've been working on anything interesting.
When Carapace almost messes it up and calls him a Decepticon, I like the eyebrow raised, the nod, and point at him.
Go ahead and give me diplomacy.
8 plus 5 is a 13.
And you can aid this sweet spot, of course.
If I so choose to now, right? Yeah, I'll lend a little aid to this big old butt. I mean, this how I was in the right place, and that roll was not great, but still pretty good. 29.
That's all.
So if I'm aiding him, that'd be considerable. But if he's kind of tagging along,
yeah, I've been experimenting with some cool tech. Is there anything particular you're looking for?
we look at each other.
Yeah.
And he's kind of he's already started like getting stuff ready for you, Sweet Spot. Sweet Spot, go ahead, transform.
No, not to your ship. Not to your ship. You don't ship us any magnetreds. God.
Oh, damn it. That friggin' quantum shot. All right, I'm going to try it again.
Well,
all right,
funny
how
that
about
you
this?
say that. It's funny that you say that.
The exam table will like transform and turn into effectively like a car lift and like grab you from like the bottom and kind of like put you up there.
Ooh. That's cool.
Wheeljack presses a button on it and it just like rotates like all of you just like 90 degrees, so like your underside is just facing him with your wheels out. He's already getting your tires off and getting ready to do stuff. So what is it, Carapace? What you thinking about it?
I was exposed to an idea. Where were we? We were in some sort of
You're exposed.
Black Ops military research base or something, somewhere we probably shouldn't be, which means that's where you get the best information. And I heard tell of something called a quantum probability matrix, where they were effectively trying to miniaturize and personalize warp gate technology.
I'm familiar with the concept, of course. What have they been able to do with it?
My understanding is that like you can do for lack of a better word, a short distance teleportation. And it just so happened. Nope, I'm going to keep that secret. I'm going to keep that for later.
You know what, Carapace? Let me finish up with Sweet Spot here.
Please do.
I think I might have something that might get you where you want to be.
Now, careful with the roots there, Jack. I have a little bit of trauma concerning my child.
Don't worry about that, Ambassador.
I'll make a little hologram of the herd just like underneath him going like.
What's going on over there?
You know what?
Why are you laughing?
What? We'll fade out from there.
What's so funny?
The tires.
Oh.
And we will fade back to Spindrift and Magnum.
Heading to the Minicon settlement?
Sure. The settlement is along the outskirts of Iacon proper right now, so it actually is going to take you a few to get there. You can either no, you can't take a train because the trains don't actually run out there just yet. They hasn't been built out that far. But you can either walk yourself or take a bus or something.
You think I'm gonna take it?
Take Steve.
Yeah.
Steve. Why not? Let's have Steve make one last appearance, right?
Why not?
Hey, Steve. You busy? How you doing?
What? Who is this? Oh, Magnum! Man, I haven't heard from you in
Several cycles, right?
Several cycles, yeah, several mega cycles. What is going on, my friend? What can I do for you? Do you need a ride? Oh, please tell me you need a lift somewhere?
You need the VIP service that only you can provide.
Hold on right there. Put your locator on. I will be there in less than half a cycle.
Okay, we'll flip the doors. Everyone, get off! My friend needs me.
Exactly 2 cycles later, you hear this big monstrosity coming down the road, coming in, hits his brakes, and right in front of you, right next to you.
Yeah, I didn't need the last few years of my life. Yeah.
He transforms for like half a second, kind of tilts to the side there, tilts all the other passengers out. You hear screams and sorry, folks, but we got a VIP passenger coming today. On aboard.
I'd like you to meet my very good friend Spindrift. You might know him somewhat, but he's a good dude.
I don't recall seeing this lovely lady before, but all are welcome on Bustatron, especially if they're friends of Magnum.
Well, thank you. Nice to meet you.
And you as well. Tommy, I don't see many Ucarans on the bus. Most of them like to just kind of walk or fly or swim on their own. Yeah, you're...
Normally I'd make my own way there, but Magnum suggested giving you a call, so I'm going to go with him.
All right, let's go. Where we going? Where we heading, guys? Come on, tell me where we're heading.
The outskirts. The settlement with the minicons.
Oh, that is the outskirts are kind of dangerous. I hope you've brought some weapons with you, because this is not an armored bus. You know that, right? Right?
I'll take care of things. Yeah.
All right. And I'm trusting you two. I'm trusting you two here. All right, go ahead and strap in. Next stop, outskirts. And he takes off.
Good thing you didn't know what happened to the bus on my world.
All right, it's really going to tell about that. And both of you look back and you see a whole group of bots just flipping you off. Takes about 2 hours or so, but you make it to the outskirts. And again, it takes a while to kind of like to skirt around the edges of the city there, but you do reach the Minicon settlement. And as you're approaching, you can notice that it is set up kind of like a shanty town. A lot of kind of like ad hoc, just like very rough-looking dwellings. It looks like it looks like all the Minicons here kind of set this up on their own, either with no help from Iacon proper or without wanting help from Iacon proper.
This is like a commune, right? Sort of.
Yeah. Like I'm not going to go as far as to say like refugee camp, because that's not the vibe that you're getting. You think that the Minicons that are here, they're here partly because they want to exist in a space that is sized for them. But you're not certain if they're doing it on their own or if they were ostracized because just they're uncommon.
You could just ask.
And as Busatron is coming down the road, you do see a group kind of off in the distance a little bit, and you recognize them immediately. It's two of the Iacon police force, someone you don't recognize, and Lodestar. Looks like she is here. It looks like she's getting a tour of the settlement.
Oh, did not expect that.
Yeah.
But you let them live here by themselves and not attached to anything?
You're not wrong.
Busatron comes in and kind of brakes our last stop, outskirts. All right, guys, we're here. Do you want me to hang around? I can. It's kind of a rough part of town here. I don't know if I feel really comfortable hanging around.
You can take off. We'll figure it out. I'll just dump a big handful of shandix into his funnel. You know.
Thank you for the ride.
If you get in trouble on the way back, let us know, and we'll get there eventually. Well, she'll get there probably pretty quickly, but...
Can do, all you. Steve Bus-cemi, away!
Nice.
And yes, Steve Bus-cemi drives out of our lives, perhaps for the last time.
For shame.
Okay, you two. So yeah, you're standing in the settlement here. You can see Minicons all around, milling about, talking, working. You do see that there is a main stretch, kind of like a main street, but with a lot of shops, stalls, kiosks, and stuff all along the street. It looks like they're equivalent to a downtown.
Okay.
It does really have the small town vibe too, but be aware that the settlement is not sized for you two. It is sized for Minicons, so the buildings come, the tops of the buildings come up to about your eye level.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So you're going to have to be careful walking around.
Maybe I should transform into my little bots.
Mass shift works both ways.
I want to squish the entire town in one go.
No, you can make yourself small with mass shift as well.
Oh, little building.
Or you could turn into a hat.
Yeah, I was thinking turn into a hat and let Gumshoe and Pythagoras walk around.
To you?
Maybe I'll do that. Because Magnum will still be there. This won't take up as much room. You speak religion, right, Spindrift?
Yes.
What a way of saying it.
If I am understanding you, then yes.
And let's go say hi then.
Okay.
Excuse me, you guys know the way to the Lollipop Guild? Excuse me. Never mind.
Wow.
you get a bunch of strange looks on that one. Hey, buddy, who's your guzzler friend over here? And he kind of points up at Spindrift.
Guzzler, that's amazing.
No. Oh, Mary's right. This is Spindrift.
She's with you, right?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes. My name's Magnum. I'm Pythagoras, and this is Gumshoe.
I'm Airwave. You can go ahead and make a sense motive, both of you, if you want.
I'm sort of at a loss as exactly how to ask them how the religion works.
26.
You are certainly getting a sense of hostility here, Spindrift. You're getting a lot of stares, and you're getting a lot of, I don't want to say glares, but pointed looks, I think is a better term for it.
Okay.
You are very, very noticeable, and yeah, you're getting a vibe, but not in a good way.
Okay.
So I get a 39 for sense motive.
39. All right. You get the same sense, but you can kind of pinpoint the why of it. Since this settlement is more from Econ, the idea of a standard sized bot just walking through like the middle of their downtown is not only unwelcome, but also a bit dangerous. Because if Spindrift doesn't pay attention to the way, she moves, she could very easily hit someone or like crash into a building and do a significant amount of damage to the settlement. So that's why you think there's a lot of pointed looks in her direction.
Well, pardon us. Sorry, we're strangers here, and we didn't mean to barge. So is there somewhere that we could go or someone that we could meet that we could, introduce your town a little more appropriately so we can make sure to respect your space and your customs here?
Yeah, there's a couple of buildings over by the edge of town, kind of where the transition of Iacon and Little Iacon meet. There's some buildings that are a size for your standard formers and for bots like us. I can take you there if you want. Come on.
Sure, thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And yeah, and then he kind of like, once you change direction and being a little bit deferential and a bit like under more understanding, he does see that you're trying. So he'll kind of walk with you to that building there. And yeah, like when you get there, it effectively is like it's effectively like a meeting hall. It has space and has seats for bigger bots, for smaller bots. It's got a door for mini-cons. And you'll notice too that as you're heading towards it, the door for the mini-cons is far more grand, far more artistic, and the door for like the bigger bots is kind of just like off to the side. Hey,
it has a hole, a moon-shaped hole in it.
Yeah. Come on in.
Follow him in.
And you can see that there's like this place is acting kind of like a meeting hall for both sides people, and you can see that there are groups of like larger bots talking with groups of smaller bots. There's these like podiums with stairs going up that let the mini-cons like look at the larger bots at eye level. And yeah, it's like the whole thing is kind of designed so that it can be more equal.
Okay.
What are you two looking for over here? What brings you to Little Iacon?
Lodestar and crew aren't here, is that correct?
They're not. No, they're taking a tour. You could have interacted with them if you want, but
I'd rather avoid them if possible.
Okay. That's fair.
We have come to you because we are doing some research into Micronus and his beliefs. I'm not sure if you or if anyone here still worships any of the primes, but we are looking for more information about Micronus, and if someone here can help us, that would be great. Like I said, we're not here to cause you any harm or anything. I apologize for my earlier missteps, but we're just looking for some assistance.
What do you think? All Minicons worship Micronus Prime? Is that what you think's going on here?
No. Like I said, I don't know if anybody here does or not.
Fucking with you.
You got me.
Currents really are an easy mark, aren't they?
So this is humor.
Now, when you see Sweet Spot the next time, that's when you'll know what humor is.
Yeah, you know. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on matters, but most as you figured, most Minicons do worship Micronus Prime. So we're taught the stories from when we're just protoforms. What is it? What can I help you with? Like, what do you want to know?
Well, we have some information. As you may know, Micronus and Onyx Prime were very friendly. So I have heard some tales of Micronus, but not fully. I'd like to know what you've been taught, like, since you were protoforms. You said you've been taught stories of Micronus. I'd like to know those. And
yeah, he'll go through like everything that he's been taught, and in the end, the what he's telling you is a lot of the stories are about Micronus helping the other primes. So, for example, like when Solace Prime was at her forge and making weapons and making all the artifacts of the primes, Micronus was there power linking with her to provide her the energy she needed. When Onyx would go out on his hunts, he'd be there with him, providing aid and providing insights, and just lending him his power, especially when he was going after ridiculously big and powerful creatures. This has been Micronus's role in a lot, in not just a lot, most of the stories. He's always been a helper, a partner, and a lot of the labors that primes went through wouldn't have been possible without Micronus, without him lending his power to them.
And this is still different than the Harmonium teaching.
Do you want to tell Airwave about what the Harmonium believe?
I would like to try to carefully share some of that information.
Okay.
And say that during my research, I found some information that I thought was initially true, but I've come to believe that it may be false, or at least incorrect tellings. Do you mind if I share those with you?
Yeah. Let's do it. And you'll tell them all all the things you learned at the Harmonium, but the basics of the religion, the basics of the Great Machine. And he'll confirm, this isn't. I don't know what you've been reading, dude, but this is not Micronus's legacy. This is not what his belief in. A machine that links us all together. It's awfully close to something like functionalism or something like that. It's not what Micronus was. Just not his belief system.
That's what I've come to believe as well, and I appreciate you confirming that for me. Something else that I've been researching, and again, this is a very long shot, I know, but I believe that Micronus once had a Chimera Stone that was lost. I don't know if your teachings have any information about that.
It was lost during the War of the Primes. You would know that the 13 Primes, one of them betrayed the others and caused effectively a battle between all of them. And he was known as the Fallen, and he pretty much betrayed the rest of them. The story goes that he inadvertently killed Solus Prime, the one who forged all the artifacts, and because of that, all of the other Primes turned against him.
Okay.
So that's when I say like the War of the Primes. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, the stone had been lost since the War of the Primes, and that actually is a bit of new information for you as well. Like no one had put a timeline to it.
Right, we knew it was before they left, but other than that, we had no clue when that was.
Yeah.
So that happened on Cybertron?
Yes, it did.
Did they leave during the War of the Primes?
They would have actually. The Titans would have left like during like the Golden Age, so before like the actual falling out between all the Primes. So by the time the stone was lost, it was lost on Cybertron, and all the Titans who would have journeyed to other colonies would have journeyed away already.
So before the Fallen did his thing, that artifact was already lost.
It would have been lost like during the fall, during the battle.
Right, but that happened after the Titans left.
Correct. So the information I had was that it was lost before the Titans left.
And that information you got from the Harmonium, if I recall.
Correct, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually wasn't true.
I'll ask him if he knows any of any subsects or all splinter Micronus groups, that he's aware of. That I don't know, that might know of like offshoot beliefs or something like that.
The only ones that I would know is I would even call a subsect, but they're not. They're just believers. Were the ones who left on his Titan, Prion. So that's it.
Is that the one that made the Harmonium?
That is not the name that you remember.
Do we know that Prion ended up anywhere particular though? Is he accounted for?
You haven't gone through it yet, but since you are kind of discussing this right now, something kind of like a little tickle in your memory there, Magnum, and you remember one of the things that you got in the list from Windblade. There's a set of historical documents in there.
Oh, okay. All right. I plan on looking at those next, but that definitely becomes even more of a priority then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for sharing that information with me. Did you see the ambassador that was walking around earlier when we arrived?
The big guzzler back there? Yeah, I did. Can't say I like what she had to say.
Do me a favor, please. Spread the word to your friends not to mention anything about Micronus to them.
She's been here for a little while, but yeah, I'll spread the word. Why? You think? Who is she? Like, what is she? Why is she here? What she wants?
She's an ambassador from Prion.
But she's not. Or are you lying?
This is what he believes it's called.
Okay.
Who the Minicon would believe it's called, or Spindrift?
The Minicon.
Okay.
Right, because you said the other sect left for Prion.
Left on Prion to go somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Prion's the Titan.
Yeah, Prion was the Titan.
Right.
But we don't know, we haven't proved yet whether they're connected to the Harmonium or not.
I know, but
okay.
I don't want to convolute things.
Gotcha. There's a method.
So yeah.
she's from Prion, from the colony?
Yes.
They got guzzlers over there now? They're not minicons?
It's a mix.
Huh.
And their views of Micronus are different than yours.
Oh, this was the one you were telling me about.
Exactly. Now, while the ambassador is here, if a conversation about Micronus came up, there could be some altercations in beliefs, I believe. So it might be best to not bring it up while they're here in the meantime.
Huh. All right. I can see how that might be a problem. Yeah, I'll spread the word. I'll see what I can do. It might be too late, but you never know.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Like I said, as we're doing this research, I would like to bring about the true teachings of Micronus, but that'll come at a later time.
Gumshoe is so
All right.
Gumshoe is so confused. How much education do the minicons in Harmonium really get about this, though? Does he know all the beliefs of the Harmonium already, or?
I would say he knows all the beliefs that show minicons should be subservient. He might not be like. I'm sure no one has really talked to him about the bigger bots becoming, and not enhanced, heightened. What's the term I'm searching for? To raise up.
Exalted.
Ascended.
Elevated. Thank you. There we go. Yeah. So he's probably not too privy to what happens to like the bigger bots when they're elevated. But yeah, all of the beliefs that Gumshoe would have would be in that: be part of the great machine, be part of the great machine, do what you need to do your role, do what you're told.
Yeah.
Now he's like, now I've experienced
Walking out of sync.
I've experienced the Shaw Brothers. I don't know what to do,
Yeah.
I believe I might go over there and give that ambassador a piece of my mind.
What, me?
No.
All right. Well, if you're back here in Little Iacon, here, give me a call. I'll see if I can help you out and see if I can at least point you in the right direction. Please don't just come traipsing down the street. You're gonna cause some injury, and definitely that big vehicle you were on. Yeah. Keep him away. All right.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Next time we know where to go.
Hey, you guys have new apartments to rent here or something?
Yeah, we're building a whole bunch of new ones all the time. If you need something, we can find you some habitation suites.
Can you use some skilled labor?
Always.
All right. Well, if you're okay with it, I might come back. This is Pythagoras.
Yeah, I figured.
Too many.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who am I talking to again?
All right, gentlemen. How you going? Good day. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Pythagoras, you said you were going to be doing some research as the day went along on Axer, and where you can find him and all that. Pythagoras, give me a quick computer check here.
Alrighty.
See what information you can glean.
Ugh, not so good. 29.
29, not so good. Yeah, no, it's plenty good there.
Actually, that should be 5 higher.
Okay, so 34. All right. Okay. So you managed to get some hits on Axer. He's he is a well-known bounty hunter, easily within easily within like the top 10 in all of Cybertron. You know that he is a Decepticon bounty hunter, and he has gotten many kills, many famous kills as well. So his notoriety is somewhat obvious. Now, even though he has personally killed many Autobots, because of the post-war government, all war crimes, for the most part, all like death and all killings that were done during the Autobot Decepticon War were effectively forgiven, assuming that they weren't absolutely heinous crimes. If you were a soldier, or if you were like a typical like a bounty hunter, the stuff that you did during the war was not, you weren't prosecuted for it once the Cybertronian government came online. Not only that, but the number of neutrals outnumber the number of Autobots and Decepticons. So they don't really have a particular desire to relive all that and to relitigate it. So you know that there's a number of Decepticons and Autobots, some former and some current still, here in Iacon. Axer is one of those. And as you're doing your research and trying to figure all this out, you come across his social media profile, his Space Iacon profile.
Wow.
Spyacon.
I mean, that's truer than you know when you just said.
And you know that he actually hangs out in Iacon. You take a look at some of the images and the photos that he's posted, and it's a very familiar looking place. It's a place called the Fighting Gladiator.
Oh, no.
And we'll see you next time.
Nice.
Wow. From the Secret Files of Teletran 1, Empire of Rust is written in GM by Michael Ordway. Detective Magnum and his partner Pythagoras are played by Matthew G. Ambassador Sweet Spot, Councilman of Velocitron, is played by Adam H.U. The Decepticon Target Master, Wildstrike, and his partner Nyko are played by Mike M. And Carapace, the Beast Warrior of Primitive Eucharis, is played by Patrick Finn. Additional characters are played by Michael Ordway, Brandon Ouellette, and Charlotte Chapman. Outro narration by Derek Bixby. Empire of Rust is supported by the humans and networks of planet Earth, whose online networks provide access to libraries of sound effects and music such as Storyblocks, Zasplat, Blue Zone, Pixabay, Paper Yellow Music, and Dark Fantasy Studios. We are distributed by the Transmissions Podcast Network. Stay up to date with all the latest news and reviews in the world of the Transformers by going to transmissionspodcast.com or searching the Transmissions wherever you get podcasts. You can communicate with the heroes of Cybertron by joining us on the Transmissions Discord channel. There you can discuss episodes, talk to the cast, and download the rule set used in Empire of Rust. Teletran 1, signing off.